Joining us right now on the BetQL guest hotline, it's one of Matt Valdez's new friends, Logan Thomas, Washington football team tight end, joins us. How you doing, Logan? Good morning.
What's up, Lo?
I'm great. How you guys doing?
We're doing well. We were talking with our producer, Matt Valdez, who you played golf with yesterday. It sounds like there's potential for like a bromance, like a budding friendship between you two.
We had fun yesterday.
Yeah, you guys had a good time.
And then
for the sound of it.
well, I think we got a new golf crew.
You might possibly.
I had a great time. You know, one of my good friends from home, connected us two, and everything kind of blossomed yesterday on the course.
And I know you like free golf, just like Valdez does.
Hey man, it's a treat for me.
Well, what'd you think? Have you played River Creek before?
No, I haven't. That place is beautiful. Right down by the river.
Yep.
You got some tough holes down there. Definitely down to like the last four. Some pretty tough holes, but everything was just beautiful. It was well kept, nice and neat. So it was definitely a course I would recommend and play again.
Logan was definitely looking at houses.
Oh, he was. He was scouting the area.
He was eyeing a couple.
Oh, okay.
There's some big daddies on that course. I think Mike Shanahan had a house there when he was here, and I know Deshaun Jackson, when he was here, had a townhouse right next to the clubhouse too. Although he liked to show up in the clubhouse in jeans shorts, and they said no.
Well, Logan got a
better bring that back to Philly.
Logan got a nice tour of one of the backyards since his ball was in it.
I put one on somebody's porch.
Oh,
hey,
why you gotta call him out like that?
That happens.
Any houses either, I don't think.
That's a great spot. So when's the next time you guys think you might play?
Hopefully sometime within the next couple of weeks. I'll be up here for these workouts that we're having. So hopefully, we can link up again.
So where do you live? Where's your primary home?
I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia. That's my primary.
Okay.
Up here I usually just rent until, hopefully at some point I can be here for long term.
By the way, if you're a fantasy football player and you picked up Logan Thomas about a quarter of the way or halfway through the season, it paid huge dividends, Jason. I mean, he caught 72 balls last year.
Yep.
Found the end zone 6 times, had almost 700 yards receiving. I mean, those are really good numbers, Logan. I'm guessing you're going to look to build on those in 2021 with Ryan Fitzpatrick slinging the rock for you back there.
Yeah, I'm excited about what's going into 2021 here. I think we have built a lot over the last year. We've got a good relationship in our locker room. Scott Turner had done a great job, and I think we just reloaded, got some more good talent in this free agency period, and I'm excited to see what we do in the draft. But for me personally, yeah, I'm excited to see what I can do in 21. I want to build, get better. 72, 700 is great, but hopefully we can get a little bit more wins and get into the playoffs and do a little bit more damage there.
Well, Fitz likes to sling it. Now, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do in terms of the play, the play calling and the game plan, but he likes to sling it, and I know you got a couple guys on the outside that can go deep, but he used Mike Gesicki a lot in Miami.
Hey, no doubt about that. Yeah, you're right. Fitz likes to throw that ball, and he's one of those guys that if something's going good, it's going to stay good, and if he has one or two bad ones, he's going to throw himself into a good one. So he's definitely electric. He's fun. I think with this offense, like you said, with the two guys we have outside, I think the addition of Humphries inside and like you said, Gesicki had quite a year last year, made some big plays last year, and I'm excited to see what I can do, especially with those three guys opening up the inside of the field for me.
We're joined by Logan Thomas, Washington football team tight end and new golfing buddy of Junk's producer, Matt Valdez. Have you had a chance to connect yet with what appears to be the feel-good story of the year for the Washington football team, Sammis Reyes, who was signed to like an international development contract with the Washington football team, a guy who came to this country to play hoops, He caught the eye of NFL scouts, and now he's going to be coming to camp with the Washington football team. Are you going to bring him under your wing, show him the ropes? Talk about your relationship, if there is one yet, with Sammis Reyes.
Absolutely. So when I saw he signed, I got his number and gave him a call. The kid is very humble, very excited to learn, to grow, and the dude is a mountain of a man. He makes me feel small when I walk beside him. He's something else. But yeah, I feel like a person like myself is going to be very good for him. A person who has a pretty good knowledge of the game, can kind of tell him what to expect. Has done a little bit of everything in this league and seen a little bit of everything in this league. I think I'm one of the guys that can really help him move forward. Also, he's got a heck of a tight end coach, an assistant tight end coach, and Pete Hayner and Todd Storm. So he came into a really good situation with the people that he's going to be around.
Well, plus he's resilient too, because he was on with Grant and Danny here on The Fan last week, and he basically was left to fend for himself in a foreign country.
By himself, yeah.
Barely knew the language when he was 15 years old. Like, could you imagine being dropped into Chile when you're 15, Logan, and people are saying, you know what, you're on your own. You kind of have to fend for yourself here with no support system, and he did it, and he's thriving. It's pretty amazing.
That is, it's one of those stories that you say that cannot be real. And, he is, I'm excited to see where that toughness takes him, because, that's really one of those things that shines in a league like ours.
Hey, Logan, what's your opinion of the 17th game being added?
That's one of those things that is, I guess we had to do. It's not really like we had a big-time say in it.
Right.
I love playing football. Like, don't have a problem, playing another game, but at the same time, it's just another one of those games that's on your body. I think football has been special because it's always been, for the last, 30 years, it's been 16 games. And at the end of those 16 games that, what your record's going to be. So I'm wondering what the 17th game and how that's going to throw a loop and like playoff seeding and stuff, because that's going to be interesting when you get that extra game. Right.
But it's worth it probably to eliminate two. Is it two preseason games that are eliminated or just one?
I think it's just one. I still think it's the same total amount of games.
Oh, okay, that's right.
We played the preseason game with the.
I got you. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you go out and play golf with some guys on the team, who else likes to play with you?
Well, this is our first offseason actually being together. So right now there's not a whole bunch of guys up here. So
he's stuck with me.
Find them.
Yeah, you got to play with D's. You got to play with D's nuts.
Yeah. I see. The nickname is trickled out. I like to call him that.
Damn, that's my bad. I shouldn't have said that. But what about McLaurin?
Yeah, I know Terry's got the itch.
Yeah, well, when he gets up here, I'll take him out there. We'll get going and see how far he's come in that little bit of time. I watched a little video on him, so I'm happy that a guy like him is putting a good name to the golf people.
Logan, I really hate to do this, and I've never done this on the show before, but I'm going to get in your pockets for a second. Actually, I do this all the time. It's one of the things I really love to do. I'm checking out your contract details on SpotTrack.com. Now, your representation, They were smart enough to sign you to just a 2-year deal. So it worked for you. It worked out for the team. But if you compile like an 80-catch season, you find the end zone 6 or 7 times, you're going to be looking at a big, fat free agent contract at the age of, 31. I know you're not thinking about it. I am, because I'm white trash and I'm greedy. But is that something that's in the back of your mind, like, I need to produce, because if I produce another year like 2020 in 2021, you might not be staring at Travis Kelce money, but you might be like that next tier below, which is a pretty good tier to be in.
It's one of those things that you can't help but think about. I think if you asked anybody and they said no, they've never thought about it, they'd be lying to your face.
Yep.
So yeah, sure, it's in the back of your head, but when it comes time to step on the field, it's that's secondary to anything. For me, it's, a lot of it is playing football with the guys that are out there and building relationships with them, and then taking care of my family, of course, would be, right there with it. And then, whatever happens. For me, I'm secure with what I've done in the past, and I've been good with my money. And so, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If it does, awesome.
Your parents didn't have to worry about this, but I got 2 Virginia Tech tuitions coming up in the fall. Oh, that
hurts.
That's a punch to the gut, my friend. Hey, real quick, I know you're in some golf pools. Who are you picking for the Zurich?
Well, so in my pool, I got like the 11th pick. So all the stud teams are gone at that point, but I'm definitely going with Rahm and Palmer. I'm just a Rahm fan just because the guy's so daggone consistent. But the one I really want to watch, though, is the Kokrak Perez. I bet you that is going to be a fun time out there on the course.
Look at Logan breaking down the pairings, man. He is neck deep in the golf nerdery. Well, we appreciate it.
I love it.
You know what? We're going to set aside some time so you can talk to D's, and you guys can set up your next tee time and figure that out. But thanks again for joining us. It's Logan Thomas from the Washington football team, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, we got offers for RTJ.
Yes, they're coming in.
Coming in as we speak.
Yes, perfect. All right, Logan. Thanks again, man. We appreciate talking.
See you, bro.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right,
He's a good dude, and now one of Valdez's golfing buddies, Logan Thomas. And I'm sorry, if he puts together another season, Jason, like the one he just had, he's getting paid
That's all
by
you can
somebody.
think about.
Whether it's Washington football team or another team in the NFL, he's building quite a resume as an up-and-coming tight end. So good for him.
Got to take care of them kids.
Got to do it. You have to do that.
And like he said, anybody who says they don't think about it, they're lying. So I guarantee he's thinking about it.
Of course
As long
he
as he
is.
stays healthy, he should put up at least the same amount of numbers, maybe even better. Yeah.